Hey, what's going on, guys? So I wanted to put together a video. I just got done wrapping the back of my spoiler and hatch on a 2012 Prius. This is the plug-in model, so it's got the plug-in right here, and this came out really nice. I'm really excited about this. I don't know if you guys can see; it's pretty dark, but so this piece comes off, this, I don't know what it's called, but just this piece comes off, and then also the fin comes off, and, or the spoiler, and it's just clean all the way around. It looks really good. Now I'm going to show you all the errors that came with this, and then how to take it off. So, first off, obviously you're going to take off your license plate, and I padded this so that way it's not going to vibrate anymore. So I did that. So first off, to take the spoiler off, you're going to need to take all the trim off. And so you're going to start with like right about here, and there's like one big arm piece, and then it's connected like right here, and then this connects to this piece, and then this connects to this arm up here. Take those off using some plastic trim tools. Then you're going to like get your fingers under here, and you can see all the connectors of where those go right here, and you're gonna pop all those off, and so this whole back piece comes off. Then you can take off the middle section, and the reason is that this is behind the trim for this, and then behind the trim for this. So if you pull this piece off, it's gonna pull on this part. So do the middle section last. All right. And this is going to give you access to your wiper motor, which is right here. This is going to give you access to your defrosters, your rear camera. So, I mean, this is everything all together. So, all right, to take off the middle section, you're going to disable this screw right here, this screw right here, this bolt, and these are all 10 millimeters, and then here. And then, as you can see, some of the silver here I added. That's part of the dampening. That's part of the dampening process I'm working on, so that way it doesn't make as much noise when it's picking up the road noise. And then these are your license plate lights right here and right here. If you push on this tab, I don't know if you could see it. If you come on, camera. There you go. If you push on this tab and you push it this way, it'll fold out, and it's just got a little bit of adhesive around it. Same thing with this one. Whoa. And then for the camera, this one was difficult actually. So you can see it's got two little tabs on the top and two little tabs on the bottom. Stay focused. Tell you, my camera's got worse ADD than my child. Okay, so then once you push those down, I used a flathead screwdriver, and I just pushed them down, and then once I pushed them down, I kind of pushed on the plastic piece, and then it popped out. I could not figure out how to disconnect the camera though, so I just kind of lifted it up and then just wrapped around it, and you could see kind of the wrap that's just there, and it's just pinched between. So I have wrap here, I have wrap sticking out through this tail light, or this license plate light, and then you could barely see it under the trunk actuator switch. You can kind of see the wrap there around. And so that's how you take off the centerpiece. The way you take off the spoiler are these. So I'm going to turn around here. And so you have a 10 millimeter here, a 10 millimeter here, a 10 millimeter here, and a 10 millimeter here. Now if you have a loose spoiler and you want to tighten that down, you just need access to these screws, and then just go to torque them down. So there's 5 10 millimeters here and 4 10 millimeters on the other side to take off that little plate. And there you go. This is the result. And then this piece, once you take this piece off, behind here are just 4 clips. You have a clip here, a clip up here, and then just a little brace, which isn't a clip, it just kind of sits in there. And that's what this is holding in. So it actually looks like it's in line with the carbon fiber, but actually this is a separate piece right here. This is a sticker on top of the blue Toyota sticker. And then all of this is just clipped back in, and it's got clips everywhere. It's got a clip here, it's got a clip here, it's got a clip there, and then it jumps over here, and then it has a screw here, so that's where that 10mm bolt thread's gonna go. And then I think it has one up here, and then another screw right here, a clip up here, a screw here, a clip, a clip, a clip, a clip, and a clip. I don't know how many clips that was, but it's a lot. And so when I was pulling on this thing, it was a little difficult. For the fin or the spoiler, there's just one clip like right here on both sides. So clip here, and then this is a separate piece. So once you take the spoiler off, there's a screw underneath here. And so that's how you take it off. Now putting it back together, there was just one extra step, and obviously reverse your step. But one extra step here was I got painter's tape on this little, what do you call that, seal? I got painter's tape on this seal, and I taped it up, and I just put it on there, and I ran my squeegee down, and then I taped it to the glass, and then I held it up, and then I shoved the, I'm just gonna call this the bar. I shoved the bar into the underneath of this sill, because otherwise it pinches the sill, and that's not what it's supposed to do. It's actually supposed to be like this, going outward. So that's the one step, putting it back together. Everything else is pretty clean. The corners, when you're doing the corners on the wrap, you wanna heat them up, and you wanna pull on them. Pull, get them to stretch, and then push it inward, and then let it kind of relax, and then heat it up again. It'll kind of shrink up on you, and then pull on it again right before it's about to tear. I think, I don't know, I haven't torn it, but just pull, and then kind of wrap it underneath again, and then that's how you're going to get this clean corner. And so you can see underneath that it's got the kind of like shrinking right there. And it's just tight on there, so it just shrinks up. And the same thing here, just not as taut. Just pull and then shrink it, and then pull and shrink it. And then the same thing with this little ridge right here. Just pull it, and then pull it down, heat it up, let it shrink, let it relax, heat it up again, and then kind of pull it in, and then you'll see it kind of suck underneath the lip here. And then I just ran the lip all the way down, ran my squeegee along it. And I didn't cut on the body, I actually let it just kind of hang, and I just held it and then ran the razor blade in the air. So that's why the line isn't that straight. But that's how I wrapped this back section, using a blow dryer. Yeah, there you go, you can see this one. See how it's kind of, so just push that down. Maybe I'll add some super glue or something, but it sticks pretty well. At least that's how I did it with that part. But it just looks so clean. I'm just really excited on how this came out. I mean, you could even see like underneath the camera, like it's underneath the trim. There we go. It's underneath the trim on the camera. So here's the camera plastic, and then it goes underneath. Messed up a little bit right here, but there you go. Messed up a little bit right here, but who's gonna look at that? Right here and right there, just. But those are wrapped underneath, under the bar, and then these are wrapped down on the base of the bar, and then these lights are fit just right. I thought the lights were actually gonna push in on this thing, but I had forgotten how it set up. But you could see it's hidden underneath, and it's hidden underneath. It looks like all carbon fiber. I didn't see anybody else post anything on how to do this part. The bar was easier than the spoiler though. The spoiler, okay, I show you the airs, right? So here's the air. I was just left with all this extra material, and I didn't know what to do with the extra material. So like I basically had a taco of extra material just coming off. And so what I did was I cut underneath this, like right about here. You can kind of see so you could see it underneath. I just cut like right about there, and then I cut it down this way, and then I took those taco pieces, I wrapped this one up, and then I wrapped this one down. I don't know if that's how you're supposed to do it. I mean, I'm not a professional wrapper, but I mean, it looks pretty nice. And then here I was doing the same thing, but I actually ripped it, so you can see that this is the original All right. Here's the original wrap coming up. And then you can see that the rip went this way. So when I was pulling it this way and I was pulling it back down, the rip was like right here this way. The rip started going up. And I'm like, oh, no, 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 no. So I had it all heated up and I like pulled the wrap up and then I added a little patch underneath there. I don't know if that's going to stay. I don't know if it's going to mess up, but it's as best as I can get for my amateur hour. And then you see like I wrapped it underneath and wrapped it down again, and then this is that separate piece, so I just ran it around the edge, so it looks pretty clean and legit. As much time as it took to do this, like, I didn't wrap underneath this section, so this is where the wrap stops, underneath here, because then this is glass and then this is more metal from here to here, which is not visible. So I didn't wrap any of this part, and underneath the bar, it's just running like this, and it's going underneath the peg holes and things like that. So anyhow, there's my mistakes, there's my successes. Now I get to put everything back together, but just overall it looks really clean. I'm gonna add some echo dampening on these metal pieces, and then I'm gonna put all the trim back together. So hope you guys like it, hope it's informative for you, and if you have any questions, go ahead and leave them in the comments and I will try to get back to you when I get a chance. So there you go, there's a finished product. Looks pretty clean.